The Thar Desert is unforgiving. Temperatures soar, the sun bakes the earth, and water is a resource measured in drops. Out here, dehydration kills faster than any invading army. Yet rising directly out of this arid expanse is the legacy of the Mewar Empire. This dynasty flourished for centuries, maintaining standing armies and building sprawling marble palaces that remain intact today. Sustaining a civilization of this scale requires a massive, reliable supply of water. This creates a historical puzzle: how to support an empire in a landscape where rain is practically a myth. History books often emphasize high stone walls and heavy cavalry tactics to explain Rajput survival, but steel and stone do not hydrate a city. The actual mechanism that allowed these people to endure has been largely overshadowed by battlefield narratives. The Rajput kings utilized a different defense system. Hidden within the surrounding mountain ranges, they constructed a heavily engineered network of artificial freshwater basins. These reservoirs functioned as a strategic defense mechanism designed to counter the extreme hostility of the desert environment. This infrastructure project began in 1362. A traveling nomad, or banjara, excavated a modest basin to pool water for his animals, laying the foundation for what would eventually become Lake Pichola. 2 centuries later, Maharana Uday Singh II identified the strategic potential of this specific water source. He relocated his court and established the city of Udaipur around its perimeter. Lake Pichola acted as a physical barrier. During Mughal sieges, the deep water obstructed enemy advancement while providing a secure hydration source. Maintaining these water systems required constant effort. When the original dam at nearby Fateh Sagar Lake failed, Maharana Fateh Singh initiated a massive reconstruction of the broken infrastructure in order to fully restore the city's vital water supply. The stability provided by these artificial lakes eventually allowed for specialized scientific study. Today, an island in Fateh Sagar serves as the location for a prominent solar observatory. Udaipur's modern reputation as a romantic destination is a recent development. Historically, the city was a hydro-engineered military compound. As the population grew, the scale of water management expanded. Maharana Jai Singh commissioned Jai Sumand Lake, a massive survival project built to sustain the population through multi-year droughts. The project intercepted the natural flow of the Gomati River. By forcing millions of gallons into a colossal dammed basin, the engineers created one of the largest artificial freshwater reservoirs in Asia. At Rajsamand Lake, we find these reservoirs served a dual purpose. They were vital for survival, and they functioned as secure vaults for preserving the identity of the Mewar state. To prevent the loss of records during invasions, the rulers carved the Raj Prasasti, the longest Sanskrit inscription in the world, directly into the marble ghats. They placed their history in stone where it could not be burned. These lakeside environments were also used for high-stakes diplomacy. The banks of Uday Sagar Lake served as the meeting ground for Maharana Pratap and Raja Man Singh. The diplomatic failure during that specific encounter directly preceded the Battle of Haldigati. These lakes operated on 2 fronts. The water kept the army physically capable, while the stone banks permanently archived the empire's legacy. The logic of these 17th century dams traces back to the 12th century. In Ajmer, Arnaraj established a prototype for massive rainwater harvesting by constructing Anna Sagar Lake. Further back in time, the strategy shifted toward religious protection. Pushkar Lake has a mythological origin, described as emerging where a lotus fell from the hand of Lord Brahma. The construction of 52 bathing ghats transformed this water source into a spiritual epicenter. By establishing the water as sacred, the rulers ensured it would be maintained by millions of devotees for generations. This same pattern appears in the isolated terrain of Mount Abu. Local folklore claims that Naki Lake was excavated by the gods to escape demons, ensuring the water was worshipped and guarded by the local community. Intertwining water with divine legends was a practical survival strategy. It ensured these vital lifelines were protected by the public, securing the water supply without a constant military presence. Rajasthan's lakes are the result of a persistent, centuries-long effort to secure survival against an arid climate and shifting empires. This master plan evolved through various stages. It began with divine myth, continued through the needs of traveling nomads, and concluded with the strategic engineering projects of the Rajput kings. Without this extensive manipulation of water, the regional culture and the recorded history of the Mewar dynasty would have been lost to the desert sands. The serene waters visible today represent a massive investment in infrastructure, allowing Rajasthan's civilization to endure in a landscape where most others would have failed.